Hello, listeners, and welcome to Spooky Time with Mike and Mindy.
Hiya, spookers.
Hi. It feels like so long since we've done a spooky podcast.
Oh, yeah, because last week...
Releases have been going, but we haven't recorded in a while.
That's true, yeah. We didn't have the time, and we were just so busy.
Hey, it's the spooky season. We try to get ahead of the game in summer.
Yeah.
Because we knew when the spooky season came, we'd be busy every weekend.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it feels weird to be back.
Yeah. Well,
but for you listening, it's like...
We never left.
We never left.
But to be fair, last weekend we did go apple picking, and I did post that video on our Spooky Time with Mike and Mindy YouTube.
There you go.
So there was still new content and things that you guys hadn't heard yet before.
But not a podcast.
But not a podcast. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So tonight, kind of spur of the moment, we decided to go to one of our local haunts that we've never gone to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's called The Haunt, and it's in Cedarburg, Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm. On the Ozaukee County Fairgrounds.
Yeah, so it actually, tonight was opening night, the day that we're recording this. This won't come out until after the weekend. But it's open Fridays and Saturdays from October 11th to October 26th. So I didn't know when else when we were going to fit it in, to be honest, with our schedule. So It kind of just worked out, and it had stopped raining. So
yeah, we were on our way back from picking up our groceries, and we were like, oh well, I thought, well, let's just drive past it.
Yeah,
and
as if we weren't gonna stop.
Yeah.
So groceries and all in the car. Luckily, we're vegan, so we don't have milk or anything.
Well, right, yeah, and it's also cold outside now.
Yeah,
so.
It is very cold. So one of the nice things about this haunt is that the waiting area, when the doors open at 6, as long as they open at 6, which they didn't today, they opened a little bit later.
It was the first day, so maybe it took a while to open it.
But there is an indoor waiting area, so while it's still cold, you're not getting the wind, hitting you and stuff. And they have hot cider and hot chocolate and some snacks and things, and, it's a very nice waiting area. I thought that the haunted houses that we used to go to for, local ones or, in the middle of the woods, since we're in Wisconsin, I always feel like you're stuck waiting outside, rain or shine or rain or night, I guess. Yeah. And you're just cold and everything's horrible, and then you're pushed through a house. But this is way more chill of a way to get into a house than I've ever experienced.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason why is because of who is putting it on.
Oh, yeah. So tell us about that.
So I did not know about this, but probably I imagine a lot of you, you'll be like, well, yeah. Yeah. So there's this thing called 4-H, which I didn't know. So it's an organization. The H's stand for Head, Heart, Hands, and Health. So it's kind of like a focus on youth and young people to try to grow them into be fully well-rounded humans.
Yeah.
And people. So I did not know about this.
It's a non-formal educational program that seeks to empower youth through hands-on type of activities and projects. So they do everything from archery to basketry to Lego building or something. It's crazy. So I'll post a link to the website for the Wisconsin one. That this is all done for charity towards this program here in Ozaukee County.
Right, which I thought was kind of cool. So,
it's all volunteer-based. Everyone's scaring. Everyone running the show is all there just as volunteers for this charity. Yeah. So, I think it's very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, maybe... so it definitely felt like there was a focus on kids. Mm-hmm. Absolutely got that.
Yeah, we were honestly some of, the only... just adults, no kids going to this.
Right.
And I felt
there was one other couple. Yeah. And then us.
I felt really kind of out of place. I'm like, oh, dang, should I have brought a kid to this or something?
Should I have procured a child and brought them with?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or more or less we should have, well, I guess maybe our friends, their kids are a little too youngish yet. But they're getting there. They're getting there.
The kids I know get a little scared.
They're getting there. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe
my goddaughter could handle stuff. Maybe in a couple... She's fierce.
Maybe in a couple years we can,
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Take them or something.
I would love that.
So, it definitely was since it's like a youth-focused organization that this is raising money for, of course, was, I think, pretty youth-focused as far as attendance goes, and even for mostly staffing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like a lot of high schoolers and stuff that were in the house, and then it was like a lot of parents and stuff that were running like the ticket booth and things like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it definitely felt friendly, inviting, and all that stuff. At least in the holding area.
Yeah,
in the main area, it was well lit and all that other stuff. So
yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, they have food and drinks, we mentioned. There are bathrooms. There's flushables and porta potties available, all that good stuff. So, should we talk about the haunt? I think it's such a good name because, that's just what you call things. And that's just what it is the haunt.
Yeah. I think, I agree. A great name. And also, reading on your notes here, this is the 13th year that it's been going.
Oh, yeah.
Going on. So, 13.
Spooky.
Insert lightning sounds. You're not actually
I'm not going to do it. I'm too lazy today.
No, that's fine. So 13th year. So indoors. So it's like, it's the Ozaukee County Fairgrounds. So there's obviously expo buildings, or I think honestly it's where they
show some animals. They
show animals. Yeah. Because it's like dirt or I don't, what do you call it? Wood chip or something.
Stuff,
yeah. So these are the buildings that you go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't have anything else on my notes.
Okay, so the doors open at 6.
Trying to lead us.
Doors open at 6, and they say it starts at dusk. So it's kind of loose depending on whenever they're ready, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Because it's volunteer based, which is fine.
Yeah. Honestly, that was probably the worst part, is just kind of sitting around waiting. You get a ticket, you have to wait for your number to be called, you get put into a corral with a group of people, and those are the people you go through with.
Yeah. If you have a bigger group, you'll be together. If you have smaller groups, you'll get put together with other people.
Yeah, so they want at least 4 people, I think, or 3 people minimum. So since we were a group of 2, we were partnered with a woman and her son, who was his first ever haunted house. So he was pretty scared the entire time, but I think he had an amazing time.
I think he was competing with his mom for who was the most scared, which is really funny.
Yeah.
But yes, he held it together pretty good, I think.
Yeah, and then I think they let in larger groups of 6 or 8. If you are a large group, you kind of go together.
Yeah.
But the smallest group I think they let through is 3. And it's separated pretty well between the groups. Really well.
I didn't see anyone in front of me or behind me.
Yeah. The house itself, it's kind of split up so that you're going through different scenes, a group at a time. Yeah. And the other group is ahead of you by however far already.
Yeah, and with some of the zones or areas or whatever you want to call them, they enact little scenes, so they kind of hold you there a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So this house, I haven't been in a local haunt in a really long time, but I was actually really scared near the end of this one. I just couldn't take it anymore. And I was I want to leave. I was really tempted to. They have a signal that you can give the people if you need to escape. And I honestly was about there because I started to panic.
Well, but I think for you anyway, it's not so much that you felt in mortal danger from the people. It's just, I think you were kind of triggered with your anxiety and stuff.
There was a lot of dark.
Dark expanses. Yeah. Or feeling trapped and claustrophobic.
And just lost. I didn't know where I was going. There were some mazes and things in this one. And a lot of dark tunnels.
Pretty dark.
Yeah, it was, if that kind of stuff scares you, it's very intense. And I was really reaching my limit because this haunt isn't just a 10-minute walkthrough or a 5-minute walkthrough. It takes at least 30 minutes to get through because there are maze aspects aspects, and I'm talking actual maze aspects where you get turned around and confused and stuff too. And then sometimes you could just go the wrong way and nobody's going to stop you because they think that you're just leaving because it was too scary.
Yep, when really
so that happened to us too.
Went the wrong way.
Yeah, and completely. We're like, crap, I think this is actually the wrong way.
Yeah.
So, and then we had to be like, but like, really, is this the right way? And then they were like, go forward. And I was like, okay, that's nice and creepy. I guess I keep going.
Yeah. So we'll call this a bit of a spoiler zone right here.
Okay.
So we're going to do a little bit of a spoiler zone.
Yeah. I mean, we can't really talk about it if we don't spoil something.
Well, no, but I was going to say, like, you know, for pro tips from an experienced group leader. If you're going to designate a person to lead, which I think is recommended, pick someone with really good eyesight or someone that's young because it is dark.
Yes.
It's really, really dark.
This is so dark.
And
some of it's not dark, but I would say a third of it's very dark.
Yeah. So I would say take small, deliberate steps because sometimes your ground will go up, your ground will go down.
Yeah, because this is in like a building at a fairground, the ground isn't very straight and stable.
Go, you know, I'd say just make small footsteps. You're not going to trip over something if you can. I mean, obviously, if you get scared and you run, you're going to get scared and run. It's fine.
Yeah.
But try and control your steps a bit, just so you don't trip anything. And then
they really do kind of make it so that you can't run though because of the way the rooms are laid out.
Right. But otherwise, I was going to say, you know, if you really don't want to get like lost, look up.
Yeah.
Look up, it'll help you. And then also, too, in the parts where it's completely dark, they do have cameras. So, I mean, if you're familiar with cameras that are meant for low light, they've got red lights shining on you.
Yeah, those little red circles, those are the cameras.
Those are cameras. So, like, if, you know, just look up.
Yeah.
You're not completely
I personally
alone.
was like, oh, that's so that they can watch, like, these people murder me.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Because I was panicking so bad at that point.
You were, and it was pretty crazy, and I just wanted to remind you, like, this is literally a haunted house put on by a youth development group. They're not going to literally kill you.
Well, I do want to give props, though, too. They used no squishy walls.
Yes.
Which was amazing because I hate
right?
squishy walls. It's such a waste of time, and, like, I would have lost my mind. I would have. Like, that would have pushed me over the edge.
Yeah.
And then there was no screaming. No one just screamed in your face.
Yes, I like that.
There were actual like little scenes.
There was a story.
Yeah.
They kept mentioning this person.
Yeah.
And then like you never.
Gregory.
Do you see him at the end? Do you not?
You don't want to see Gregory.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was really interesting.
There's a bit of mystery to it.
Yeah, it makes me want to go again this season. It's not going to happen. We don't have the time, but
I'd recommend going. I thought it was pretty well done.
I feel like it's repeatable too. Like you could go again and kind of have a different experience every time you go.
Yeah.
So
I think it was put on well.
Yeah.
I think the scare actors did a good job.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was bad.
No.
By any means. I thought they all did a good job. They all did well. It's like I wonder too, like for this 4-H thing, like did they pick, you know, the drama majors or the acting, you know, cliques, you know, from the local schools, and these were who were chosen to be the scare actors? Because they all did a really good job of like being in character.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I would love to just know more. So if you do work on this or anything and want to give us some like background detail, you can email us at spookytimewithmm@gmail.com. Or if you go and want to talk to us about it, email us or Instagram, YouTube, whatever, Facebook, all those places. Because like, I want to know what your experience was, because I just feel like it could be so different every time.
Yeah, no, I think overall, like, the haunt or the scare part, like, it was fun. There was, like, aspects of jump and, like, a lot of corners where you just do not see people coming out of.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, and they do mention in the like warnings and rules and stuff that you do need to be physically fit and able to walk around. You can use a wheelchair through this one, so I'm assuming they'll lead you the proper ways. But there are some tight, weird, dark, small spaces that you maneuver around.
I would say too, now when you say small, what I would refer to that is lateral, so like a horizontal left and right tight.
Yeah.
You don't have to crouch.
There's no crouching.
There's no crawling. There's no crouching.
Right.
But it definitely does get a little bit tight. Tall ways. Yeah. Up and downs.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah.
Or wait. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because, like, there's a section with bars that you're trying to go around.
Yeah.
It's a maze of, like, bars.
The bars
and
are
the
going
bars
up
get,
and
like,
down,
thinner
but they
and
get
smaller.
closer together. So.
And there's a part where the wall is, like, tarp, but it's, like, crooked and diagonal. So you're kind of, like, pushed closer to the wall on the other side and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's some of that, which I think is cool because it kind of plays with your reality almost. Because you have to put yourself in a certain position, which is why I was feeling so trapped without feeling trapped. Okay. It's really weird.
Yeah, like, I don't know, the second, we'll call it like the second half of the house was just like...
Dark mazes.
Pretty much like dark, quiet.
Yeah, it was so quiet. Like... And then you would run into, like, the few people, which is why I thought we were, like, going the wrong way and going to just get murdered.
Yeah, it's just like...
Because it's so eerie. It's so quiet.
Yeah, it was just so quiet. And you're like, are we even going the right way?
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing, too, is, like, I get that it's trying to be scary, but can you just have a giant sign with an arrow saying, like, yes, go this way?
Well, they even did, and we were like, I don't know, it still seems wrong.
Right.
But that was after we had legitimately gotten lost as well.
Well, just the one time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I will say this, though, if there's any kind of, feedback or critique, because I think they did say at the start, like, oh, this is like first night doing it, so if anyone has any suggestions, we should have told them, but we just wanted to get out, or we just wanted to go home, honestly. Because we worked a full day and grocery shopped, and they were really cold, and so we just wanted to get home and get warm. But I would say that, like, maybe just having some people strategically stationed at some spots where it's kind of not necessarily clear where you're supposed to go. Yeah,
especially because the ground is a little bit wacky here and there too. Because I almost tripped and died over a corn stalk at one point, and like it. Yeah. The thing I really like about Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, obviously you cannot compare the two, but you have people stationed throughout that kind of direct you through the houses, so you can't go the wrong way. Right. And you're not going to fall over something because like they'll either be pointing at something or whatever. So you're just kind of aware of that for safety purposes. But I also understand that maybe that's not possible because they don't have enough people volunteering for this event. Right. And if that's the case, though, things just need to be a little bit lighter, in certain parts. Yeah. Just for safety purposes. Because we're old like that.
Yeah, we're old people, and you can't just have it all being dark, and people are going to trip and fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's fine. I thought it was fine. It was good.
I thought it was really fun. It felt like, obviously it's not like this crazy, amazing, like prop, whatever type of experience, but it was a really, really fun local haunt with like do it yourself, put together these like cages or rooms or whatever. I was
gonna say, I think the makeup was done well.
Oh yeah.
Like on a lot of these characters. Like
I really liked those. Can we talk about stuff?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. I really liked those two creepy kids that like introduced Gregory to us. She was like, do you know Gregory?
Yeah.
And I was like, do I want to know Gregory?
Yeah.
No, you don't want to know Gregory.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, then don't introduce him to me, thanks.
Yeah.
And like the dude was like kind of walking creepy towards the kid, and I was like, thank God he didn't come after me, because if people walk weird at me, I lose it. And that space was small, and I was like, I cannot. But yeah, I really liked it. The people really got into character. Their makeup was great. Their props were really great for a local haunt. Yeah. I thought it was really fun.
Yeah.
Did you have any favorite parts? That was my favorite part.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it was fun. I liked the corn maze.
Yeah.
I liked
You liked it because there were no scarecrows.
No, even if there would have been, that would have been fun.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I liked that. I liked that.
It really felt like all of a sudden you were in a cornfield.
Yes, they did such a good job of making me feel like I just like turned a corner and now I'm just in the cornfield, even though I'm in a giant building, right? Like, I know I'm in a building.
Yeah.
I guess that I felt
immersed.
Yes, I felt immersed. I felt that the scenes made me feel like I was where I was supposed to be, and I totally was not thinking like, oh, I'm in a giant building.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely stayed where they wanted me to be, and for the parts where it was supposed to make you feel outside, I felt like I was outside.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I kind of really liked the end a lot. Like
the end with the guys, or the end with the weird darkness tunnel?
Dark tunnel, quiet, you know what I mean? Like,
there were like a few scare actors in there, but like I think they noticed that we were all like the three, me, the mom, and the kid were all so freaked out at that point that they did not really scare us.
Oh yeah, all y'all
because we were like, I need to get out,
shout, running, and I was just like, okay.
I was like, I see the door, let's get out.
Right, I'm just like trying to keep you guys just a little calm, I'm like, look up, those are the red lights, there's a camera.
And I was like, I don't care, let's get out.
We're going the right way, we're being watched, it's
and
okay.
the mom's like, okay, can we go faster?
I just didn't want to run into anyone.
Sure, it was very dark. That was
the other thing too, is like, it was so dark, and like, I don't know,
you don't want to lose your footing, it was very dark, well, there was other people.
It wasn't the footing so much as I didn't want to like...
Yeah, but if you had gone faster, we would go faster, and who knows how fast we would have tried to go and fall.
Like, I guess that too. But I was more or less just trying to like not touch anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just it. I always kind of lead a bit with my arm out, not with hands outstretched.
Sure.
A lot of people I feel like do like the hands out.
Yeah.
I do just an arm out, like my forearm pointing forward.
I started doing the hands out in the bar maze because I realized there was no one trying to scare us in there because we probably would have died.
Yeah, you'd run into something. Yeah. No, I always just do arms out. That way, like, it's never like a hand on someone in case I accidentally run into a scare actor. It's always just an arm.
Yeah.
So
I feel like there must be other ways to go through this house though too, because they mentioned like lightning and stuff and like whatever in the beginning, and we did not come across any of that. So I'm like, did we just end up in this dark maze that was like not even where we were supposed to be?
You mean like we like went to the bonus zone or something? We just like...
Yeah, and like bypassed whatever thunder lightning scene.
Like if there's multiple ways to go. No.
Well,
there's only
there
one.
were those other doors. Like we went down the one, we picked the right door, right? Instead of picking those two doors.
Which one are you talking about?
The first,
one with the one lady or the one with the two dudes?
The one with the one lady.
There was only one door to go through. Those are fake doors.
Oh, you couldn't open those? Oh, no, okay. Well, then we must have gone the right way. Because that led us into...
You couldn't go through there because the way that you had snaked through the house, if you went through there, you'd just wind up in a wall.
If anybody has the layout and can email it to us, just so for our own personal knowledge, I will not share it with anyone. I want to see like how this is like all laid out.
Oh.
That would be really cool. Like there's got to be blueprints, right? Or something of like how... everything is like view?
Maybe
because I want to know for my own purposes of like, did we just like bypass a bunch of stuff? Do I need to go back and go a different way?
No, I think the way that we went is the way you're supposed to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel real because it was so crazy.
Yeah, they did a good job. They did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, pro tip, if you're in a group and you get Color Street nail strips, they have some glow-in-the-dark ones this year, and they glow really well with just a little bit of light, and so the kid could follow me because of my hands, and so could the mom, which is great because it was very dark. So dark that literally my nails were the only light.
Yup.
So, and we almost lost them in that bar maze. And I was like, wait, Mike, stop walking. And I had to like go back and find it. And then I was like, come this way. And like, oh man, it was crazy.
Well, no, I try not to lose anybody. So.
Yeah.
BT Dubs, you can buy tickets in advance in case we didn't say that. So.
Yeah, you should do that. You should buy tickets online if you plan on going.
They do take cash or card, though, if you show up, just there to buy tickets. So.
Yeah, but if you buy them in advance, you can go to a different booth and get your tickets faster rather than waiting in the big line.
Rather than trying to fight with all the kids.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Unattended young teens kind of don't care about anything.
What?
Yeah.
Are you trying
just,
to say
skip
that
everybody
they're just
and
not
they're rude
really aware of their surroundings?
Hashtag reasons why we won't have kids.
Oh, jeez. But that's fine for those that do.
Yeah, it's fine for those that do.
No problems with
it really, like, it only ruined my, like, waiting experience a little bit, but otherwise I was like, I don't care. I just want to, like, get through this haunt, and, like, it was totally worth it. The price was perfect. The experience was exactly what it needed to be.
I felt like I got my money's worth. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I feel like at first I didn't know what I was getting into, so the waiting and stuff seemed not necessarily worth it, but it was definitely worth it. I enjoyed it. So, I would recommend this house if you're in Cedarburg or Ozaki County area. I would say I probably would have driven 30-ish minutes out to this house if I lived farther away from it. I don't know if it would be more than that, just because there are more local haunts and stuff now that are closer to, like, bigger cities and stuff.
Yeah.
But I would recommend it. It's only $15, and it goes to a good cause, and it's, like, supporting all these young kids. It's really fun. Would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't say don't make it a, like, vacation destination type thing, and like don't.
And it's not crazy scary or anything. It's just good. Good fun.
It's good fun. I think
perfect for, like, these 12-year-olds, pretty much.
Well done. Yeah. Jeez, I'm trying to think, like, if I was, like, what I consider to be the target audience age, right? Like,
it would have been pretty scary.
This would have been pretty scary.
I would have been horrified. I would not have been able to make it through this house if I was, like, 12. I would have, like, had a panic attack. I almost had a panic attack as an adult, even though I know it was, like, fine. But I was like, this is not fine.
This is not fine.
Yeah. So it can get pretty scary depending on what you're scared of. So, and there was that one guy that was like a clown sort of thing up against that wall. Did you see that? Oh my God. I was like, okay, there were two scare actors that, like, really, I was like, no, there was, like, this creepy clown thing up against the wall, and then there was that pig guy. Like,
wait. No, it wasn't a clown guy. He was like he had like a doll head on.
Yeah, but, like, with clown makeup.
Are we talking about the same thing?
In, like, the purplish room?
Because there was someone that was like, they had like a mask on that was mesh so that they could see through it, but, like, it looked like a thing on, like, a head.
Maybe. I honestly couldn't look at it for more than, like, a second to realize that I was...
Head. It was a doll head.
Either way, it was horrifying.
Yeah, it was that part when you said, nope, don't like that? Yeah. Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah.
We frequently quote Michael Scott going through haunted houses.
Don't like that.
Don't like that. Nope.
Because I don't want to scream, and I try not to swear.
You did swear once, but the mom did too, so it's fine. It's fine.
I was like, oh, sorry.
We really tried not to. I didn't, but
yeah. I was just like, oh, you know, I was just like... There just gets to a point where you just can't deal with it anymore, and you're just like, bleep.
Yep, pretty much.
But yeah, so I would recommend this house, especially if you're in the area. You would recommend this house?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Okay.
That was great.
Yeah, I had a really good time. I would consider going again next year for sure. Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, do we mention their website here, or are you gonna, like, link to it?
Oh yeah, I'll link their website, and I'll link the 4-H information as well to the
otherwise it's just
episode notes.
Cedarburghaunt.com. Well, we'll link it as well.
Yeah, I'll link it so that you guys have that information.
Cool.
All right. Stay spooky, spookers.
Stay spooky.